Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
That's crazy. They got JT Realmuto speed is faster than Javi Bryant.
Down. 10-2 stop. Topper. Hey, Haywood.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On the return is Pettis. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
That shit funny.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, the second he lost his closing job.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
I've been using Dennis Eckersley. That nigga only been in 2 games since then, man.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, wait, Amir Garrett didn't
2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slap. Watch the side.
2nd and 5. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run it with Balaj. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They begin the drive with Coleman. Shrugs him off. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Here we go. 180. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me.
Garoppolo on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. On second down, a run with Breida. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
When you did the second inning conquest, you did what I said. Use your fifth starter.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Second and 9 now. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman His second touchdown on the season. Where the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Down. 60 outlaw. Hey, box drop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action, Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
You see MLB doing another show thing.
What you mean?
They started a league. It started yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A little juke. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
What's good with you, Matt?
I'll tell you one time, my best not to just go fucking screaming down the motherfucking street.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work?
Is that better?
Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Motherfucker hit me up in this league, man.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hate that shit, man. I say you got a real streak.
2 minutes to play, first half.
I don't get that shit.
Unforgettable. In every way.
This shit gay as hell, man. I'm out here fucking my own shit up. I should be, nigga. This shit should be 14-14 for real, for real.
It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here we go, here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
All day, defense, all day. White. 61, matchbox, light. Shot, watch the shot. 21. Here we go. 13, hot.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That's wild.
I wasn't in this league, bro. I wouldn't even be playing this man, bro.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And into the end zone. A pick six from a 49er D as they score the touchdown.
hate these motherfuckers who sit in
Gold
zone.
and the extra point.
No need for us the whole game.
And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Pascal. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
I'm not being beat because I ain't got no skin. I'm not being beat because these motherfuckers got masks. I'm being beat because I don't.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 31, Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jesus, this is last.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Jesus has 2 more
Go.
yards.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
3.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 29, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
He knows how to do it.
Now goal for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Gotta have a winner for this. Midfielder.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's see what you got.
They're going to look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Let's do this, bro. Wait, who's this? Granite? Oh, we got Holy shit, bro. Hey,
that motherfucker George Kittle has 6 grabs, 89 yards, bro.
That's pretty good.
And he only has 2 other receivers with 2 grabs. Come on, man.
Bro, let's go.
That's gay as fuck, man.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On the return is Pettis. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go. 180!
Here we go, D. Got double tight. Double tight. Everyone, we got 4 down.
Here's Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180! Hey, watch the lane.
Jim.
Set hunt. I got you.
You got motion, man.
This is not the defense I want to run, man.
Garoppolo gives to Breda. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
2 times.
We got 4.
12.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dee Ford in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. And this is Parker, complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Come on, man. You a homo, man.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Everybody's running back in this league has an X factor.
Obviously. Just like
here we go.
thing in NBA or whatever. Takeover.
On first down, here's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down now, it's Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Here we go. 180. One, Omaha.
Check it back.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I got you. I got you.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Tight end wide open.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They're going one way, and then they motherfucking drop step and take off the other way and intercept the pass, man. Fuck out of here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Breida. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack of finding his way open and completing the connection.
Garoppolo's has completed 10 passes. And
George Kittle has 8 of free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He has 8 of them bitches.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I don't mind him, but I hate him.
It's like he's not looking for anybody else. He's only looking for George Kittle, man.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Stop your whining.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Tim Williams coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Here we go.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together.
You know, the worst part about this shit is like when they get away with these run plays.
You know, time of possession,
your AI
exactly what they
players
were looking for.